I am Arthur, King of the Britons. I seek the finest and the bravest knights in the land to join me in my court at Camelot.
What's up, guys? Agent J007 here. Today we're going to be playing a game called Knights of the Round. This is the game that was chosen in our Facebook poll, and it is a standard side-scrolling beat-em-up game. You just hack and slash your way through enemies. We're about to get medieval on some people's asses, so let's go ahead and do this. As you see here, we got the character select screen. We have 3 characters to choose from. Each character has their own power and speed rating. This is typical of the era in the 80s and 90s when you had multiple characters. Generally, you would have 3 or 4 choices, whether you were playing Streets of Rage, Gauntlet, didn't matter what the game was. And in this case, you've got only power and speed to contend with. You will have Lancelot, you will see here on the left. He is the fast but weak option. All the way on the right is Percival. He is the hard-hitting, powerful but slow character to choose from. And then you have, as always, a balanced character. That's typically who I choose. And in this case, that's King Arthur. We're playing King Arthur's game, so let's choose King Arthur. Alright, cool. So we're going to the battle with King Arthur. So who was King Arthur? Well, it's pretty simple. Historians have never decided either whether he existed as the actual mythological figure that we know, whether he is based upon other mythological figures, whether he is based upon actual historical personages, we don't know. There's also no canon as far as what his various exploits were. We do know certain things that he did, such as his quest for the Holy Grail, but no one can really say of all of the many, the literal plethora of exploits that have been attributed to Arthur and his knights, which of those actually occurred, if any. So, you know, but a couple things we do know. We know that King Arthur was a Briton who saved Britain from a Saxon invasion in the 5th and 6th century AD. That much we know. We know he did establish a round table for him and his knights to stand upon and stand at and meet at. This was based on a Celtic tradition of meeting in a circle for the purposes of all individuals being essentially equal. And so in this case, you had King Arthur had anywhere from, it depends on which mythology that you're paying attention to, your interpretation. Standard is that he has his 12 Knights of the Round. Oh shit, a boss. Well, we're gonna have to whoop this guy's ass. This guy's not, he doesn't look friendly. So generally perceived that he had the 12 Knights of the Round, but there's actually quite a few more, depending on the mythology, even to the hundreds of Knights of the Round, believe it or not. So, but we'll concern ourselves with the 12 that people pretty much know about. We know that Sir Bedivere was one of the first and earliest knights. Fuck this guy. Yeah, take that. And this little bitch right here, and you can get out of my face. We know that Bedivere was one. We know that Gawain was one. We know that Lancelot was perhaps the first of the knights because he was considered to be, next to Arthur himself, the best swordsman among the knights. One of the knights that was considered to be the most chaste and the most pure and the most loyal would be Sir Percival. But yeah, there was yeah, take that, asshole. So we know that. We know that Lancelot betrayed his king, Arthur, after falling in love with Lady Guinevere, King Arthur's bride. We know that that is a common side story in the mythos of the Arthurian legends. King Arthur himself, his last name is Pendragon, or Pendragon, whichever way you want to pronounce it. I would go with Pendragon. We know that he ruled over an idyllic setting, a township and castle known as Camelot. Now, the thing to know about Camelot is, as I say, it's idyllic. It's almost a mythological utopia. It's the idea of just perfect peace and serenity, the goodness of a king, and people who are thriving, just a kind of your fairy tale land. That's the level of Camelot. And then historically, This was borrowed by the John F. Kennedy presidential era, where he and his wife and their children were considered to be such the perfect American family that it was considered, the White House at the time of his presidency was considered to be Camelot. So JFK was himself associated with the Camelot mythos. Another thing that's generally commonly accepted with King Arthur is the idea of him having a wartime consigliere, which is a fancy way of saying a counselor, if you've seen the Godfather films. And his counselor was Merlin, of course, who was reputed to be a wizard. In most interpretations, he had wizardry-type powers, spells, and that sort of thing. But depending on the interpretation, it wasn't so much that he had spells. Maybe he could have been something of a seer. Maybe he had some sort of psychic ability. Who knows? But it just depends on your interpretation of the mythos. And, of course, what role he played in the mythos. So we know about him. We know about Lady Guinevere, who was, by all accounts, a very beautiful woman. A weird tidbit is that many of the Knights of the Round, particularly the 12 Knights that are accepted, were actually nephews of King Arthur. And all of his nephews actually began with the name, all of their names began with a G, historically. You bastards. So guys, I've appeared to have gotten myself killed, but that's cool. So, where am I? Ah, there we go. Hey, fuck y'all, now we're playing Percival. See, now I gotta get raw on your ass. So I was gonna give you guys like a break, you know, and be cool, play it cool. But now I'm just gonna fuck you up with this axe. So anyways, guys, so if you're interested in Arthurian legends and you want to see kind of the interpretations that Hollywood has of those legends, there are a fantastic number of movies that you can watch. Wow, this guy kind of sucks. There we go. I did level up though. Get out of my face, you jester-looking bastard. You are not a ninja. Do not try to pretend to be a ninja. And this little fucking squire boy right here, get out of my face. So I would start with Monty Python's Quest for the Holy Grail, 1975. Filming date, so much fun. One of the greatest comedies ever written. Some of literally the greatest British comedians of all time are involved with that project. So funny, so quotable. There's a quote at the beginning of this video that comes directly from Monty Python's Quest for the Holy Grail, so you need to check that out. These guys are bitches. You're going down. Wow, I'm kicking ass with Percival. All right. So that's a film to check out. First Night, starring Richard Gere, Julia Ormond, and Sean Connery. It's another film to look at. It's kind of silly. It's not the greatest film in the world, but it is worth seeing. I would also check out Excalibur, 1981. It's probably the best interpretation of the mythos, of the Arthurian mythos. I get this guy off the fucking horse. Yeah, that's what I thought. Ah, bitch. What now? What now? I got your horse, motherfucker. Ah, damn it. Talk too much shit. Oh, damn, you got me good on that one, you little fuckhead. Yeah, that's right. Coming at ya. Oh shit, look out. Look out. Ah, bitch. Some of this, some of these, and one of these, and one of those. You want some, motherfucker? Yeah, you're not even getting back on screen, dude. Fuck you. Fuck you, dude. Not getting on screen. Not getting on screen. I'm whooping your punk ass off the fucking screen. That's what I thought. Bitch. Get off me. Yeah, so I would check out Excalibur. Jean-Luc Picard, Patrick Stewart, is in that movie. It's worth seeing. It's a great film. Liam Neeson is in that film. It's called Excalibur. Definitely need to see it. And then my personal favorite is a reinterpretation of the Arthurian legends, King Arthur, starring Clive Owen as King Arthur. It's a fantastic film. You need to see it. It came out in the 2000s sometime. It's a great film. Epic battle scenes. It's fun as hell. You need to see that. So there's some epic movies based on the Arthurian legends. So I would check those out. And right now what we're going to do is we're just going to see how much more ass we can kick. Apparently Percival's a good way to go with this game. I haven't played it in forever. But as you can see, that axe is fucking people up. So, yep. It's just gonna fuck up this guy here. I believe it's called a Birdman. Yes, there it is at the bottom. You can see what characters you're fighting, what enemies I should say. Got a barricade here. Let's get out of the way. We got some. We're storming. Have fun storming the castle. Think it'll work? It'd take a miracle. Princess Bride. So yeah, we are storming the castle here. We're fucking some shit up. Get some people with this fucking axe. Who likes axes? Dwarves. Percival's not a dwarf, but I don't know what that. Oh shit! I gotta get my horse. Get on the horse. Yes. Guys, this is the part where it's about to fucking own. Yes, one of those in your face. Who would like some? Please raise your hand if you would like some. Please raise your hand. There's plenty to go around, by the way. There's even seconds. I have no idea how to turn the horse around, guys, so I don't know about that. Fuck. Yeah, Percival's not doing well now. Ah, bitch. Both of you motherfuckers at the same time. Ah, no, get him. Now, there's a block button, guys. I just don't give a fuck about it, to be honest. Yeah, so... get this mother... get him. This little guy here and his little... I'm gonna make him shit his pantaloons. That's right. And I'm gonna bash this guy. So what else can we talk about King Arthur? Well, like I said, the movies are great because Hollywood actually, you know, because there is no canon to the mythologies, into the story of King Arthur, you can basically interpret his existence in any way you want, and his exploits and his adventures in any manner that you choose. So basically, Hollywood has free reign, and that's why when you watch movies like Monty Python's Quest for the Holy Grail, First Knight, Excalibur, and King Arthur, when you watch those films, you know they're all vastly different from one another, because again, Hollywood has free reign, which is actually pretty cool. Now, did Arthur actually exist? I don't know. Did Jesus exist? I mean, there are all these, you know, that's why we're talking folklore here. We're talking, you know, we're talking mythology. That's what this is. A creation of just mankind? Was he just entirely fictional? We don't know. You know, historians can't decide, but I think if you were to ask them, 9 out of 10 would probably say that he probably was only based upon a possible king who may or may not have actually fought the Saxons, who were essentially invaders from the north. We don't know. But I think most would probably agree he didn't exist in the form that the legends speak of, but that's fine. But you know, so that's the details, that's the specifics. Let's put a little more context to it while we're whooping some ass here. Contextually speaking, what's the point of King Arthur and the Knights? Well, it is a lot about Camelot. It's about this ideal of chivalry, of these great knights who are willing to fight and defend the people at great cost and great sacrifice. These knights, you know, basically they were the hand of justice in their realms. You fucker. Well, I'm about to cut the tall man down to shortness. You little punk ass. Oh, you bitch. Right in your face. So the specifics don't matter as much as the overall theme of sacrifice and brotherhood. Again, they were considered equals. That is why it was a round table. As I said, it was Celtic tradition to meet in a round circle. And so, you know, there's a rich world there. Gotta get there you go. Oh, fucking tiger, dude. What? I know you're not attacking with a fucking tiger because I'm not afraid. And these fucking guys, you know, I don't like these guys, I gotta tell you so. Since I don't care for you guys very much, I don't really like you that much, I'm just gonna fuck you up. And I have leveled up, which as you can see on this game, it's really cool. You actually do level up, you do get stronger, your weapon gets stronger, your armor gets stronger. But the question would be, from a game design standpoint, do the enemies scale with you? And more likely than not, their power does. So are you really actually leveling up and getting stronger in your ability to mete out justice and death? Probably not. But it's still fun. It's all fun. You know, it's all good. That guy is fucking me up, dude. What the fuck? Oh, well, as you can see, Percival kind of struggles to have reach. When you play the Ninja Turtle games, you play Donatello most of the time because he has the best reach. Percival does not seem to have good reach. Oh, I have a dash button. I didn't know that. Okay. Could have been dashing this entire time. But yeah, so, you know, you had this whole concept of nobility and sacrifice, of chivalry. Guys, what the fuck is chivalry? Well, I'm going to tell you. It's about living by a code. It's about the way you approach your opponents. It's the way you approach the courting of a maiden, if you will. There's a certain way to do it. You remain honorable. You don't lie. You don't deceive others, and you fight for what's right. You stand up. You take a stand. And that's an important concept. Now, this world could use a little more chivalry, to be honest with you. Certainly than it has now. We are in the me generation, so it's all about me. You know, there's a lot of guys out there that don't know how to treat women well. And, you know, the old ways of courtship, the old means and methodologies on how to court a woman, a lot of that has died off. But anyways, we won't pontificate on that at this moment. But we are going to continue to whoop these guys. Now, see this little jester guy here? This fucking guy, Skywalker. Look here, Luke. You better take your ass back to Tatooine. Shit. Come here. Come here. Fuck. Alright, first of all, let's get the hell away from this guy for about half a second. Got him. See how slippery this guy is? Alright, got him. So we're level 5 right now, guys. We're still kicking ass. You know, the knights they did, obviously, they were knights that utilized the English broadsword, generally speaking, as their primary weapon. There were other medieval sword types like the claymore, the flamberge, and others of that sort, the great sword. And as you can see here, Percival's been given an axe in this game, which that makes sense as well. There were other weapons being employed, like pole arms of various sorts. God damn, this guy kind of looks like a badass. And I'm whooping his ass, but he's tough though. Is this Arlen Wayans? Is this Arlen Wayans? Oh, he's not one of the Wayans brothers. This guy here. Yeah, well, he looks pretty fucking funny to me. I'll tell you that much. Fuck you with all that, man. Come on now. That's right. Bitch. Bitch. He got me. Hopefully I will have another life. Yes. No. I came up a little short, guys. Just a little short. Well, anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap up this little gameplay. I want to thank you guys for joining me. I had a good time. Talked a little bit about King Arthur, whooped a little ass. We did get medieval on some ass. We did pretty well. So thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. And see you on the next gameplay video. Peace.